by CBS Sports Staff 2 weeks ago. 4 minutes read another round of Game 5s was on the docket on this beautiful NBA Wednesday. And it didn't disappoint. In the first one, the Raptors picked up a crucial win over the Wizards in Toronto to take a 3-2 series lead. It was a battle of the backcourts, as John Wall and Bradley Beal combined for 46 points for Washington, while DeMar, DeRozan and Kyle Lowry put up 49 for Toronto. The difference maker was Delon Wright, who added 18 off the bench for the Raptors to help them get a 108-98 win. The other early game started and ended with LeBron James. Cleveland's leader put up 14 points in the first quarter, then drained a three-pointer at the buzzer to win the game after the Cavs had blown a 12-point second-half lead. For the game, LeBron finished with 44 points, 10 rebounds and 8 assists. Wednesday night's third game was a thriller, though it didn't seem that would be the case. The Jazz cruised along in the first half, then extended their lead to 22 points early in the third quarter. But then Rudy Gobert got into foul trouble, and the Thunder took advantage. Russell Westbrook dropped 20 points in the third quarter alone, and the game was tied heading into the fourth. It was close for much of the fourth, but the Thunder pulled away for a 107-99 win. Westbrook and Paul George combined for 79 of the Thunder's points. The fourth and final game wasn't quite as exciting as the others, as the Rockets used a big third quarter to blast past the Timberwolves. It wasn't quite the 50-point quarter they put up the other night, but they outscored the Wolves by 30-15 in the frame, and coasted the rest of the way. 6 different players scored at least 12 points, as the Rockets got a true team effort to close out the Wolves. NBA playoff scores for Wednesday, April 25th, Game 5, Raptors 108, Wizards 98. The Wizards took the lead at the end of the first quarter thanks to a buzzer beater from John Wall. NBA, April 25, 2018. But DeMar DeRozan was the star of the first half, finishing with 20 points on 7 of 13 shooting. Thanks to DeRozan, the Raptors took a 48-47 lead into the break. The second half was a back-and-forth affair for most of the way. In the final few minutes of the fourth quarter, however, the Raptors pulled away for good, securing a 108-98 victory to take control of the series. Both star backcourts were going at it, with Wall and Beal combining for 46, and DeRozan and Lowry putting up 49. Jonas Valanciunas had some big minutes in the fourth, finishing with 14 points and 13 rebounds, while Delon Wright added 18 off the bench. Game 5, Cavaliers 98, Pacers 95. It was all LeBron James early for the Cavs, as LeBron went 6 of 7 in the first quarter for 14 points, while the rest of the Cavs went 3 of 15. But despite LeBron's efforts, the Pacers controlled the first half, going into the break with a 56-49 lead. Domantas Sabonis led the way with 12 points off the bench. The third quarter was all Cavaliers, as they outscored the Pacers 32-17 in the frame. At one point, they were up by 12, and maintained a solid lead into the fourth quarter. The Pacers kept chipping away, and tied things up with just over 30 seconds left on a Sabonis jumper. Cleveland went home with the win though, thanks to, who else? LeBron James. The King drained a three-pointer at the buzzer for the win. He finished with 44 points, 10 rebounds and 8 assists on the night. Game 5, Timberwolves and Rockets. The Rockets closed out the Timberwolves with easily the least exciting game of a thrilling night. The first half was fun and closely contested, with the Timberwolves actually leading by 4 thanks to plays like this, but the Rockets turned things on in the third quarter, outscoring the Wolves 30-15 to take an 11-point lead into the fourth. It only got worse from there for many, as Houston coasted to a 122-104 win behind a team effort. Clint Capella led the way with 26 points, while 6 different players had at least 12 on the night. Game 5, Thunder 107, Jazz 99. Jay Crowder came ready to play in Game 5, knocking down 4 three-pointers in the first quarter. The Jazz followed his lead, taking a commanding 56-41 lead into the halftime break. Their defense once again led the way, holding the Thunder to just 12 first-half points. And early in the third quarter, it seemed a wrap was on, as the Jazz led by 25. But after Rudy Gobert got into foul trouble, the Thunder took over, erasing the deficit by the end of the quarter. The Thunder overcame a 25-point deficit in the final 8:30 of the third quarter to tie the game heading into the fourth. Russell Westbrook tied a career playoff high with 20 points in the third quarter. Pick.twitter.com/funcapled. ESPN stats of Thunder's 107 points as they staved off elimination with a third-largest comeback in playoff history. If you are unable to view the live application below, please click here.